My name is Sydney. I live in Cave Creek, Arizona. I'm 80 years old, and I was first diagnosed with bronchiectasis in 2014. What led me to my diagnosis was a big weight loss and a loss of weight without my trying, loss of appetite. Went to the doctor and had a whole series of tests run, and of course they misdiagnosed me and with a very serious pancreatic cancer diagnosis, which I really couldn't accept, and that led me to the Mayo Clinic, where I finally found a team of doctors that put me through some tests, and after many months of searching and testing, they came up with the bronchiectasis diagnosis, which, I didn't even know what it was. I couldn't pronounce it. I didn't even know how to spell it. Never heard of it. Didn't know anybody who had. And so it's been a journey of exploration ever since then. But that was in 2014. Question is, how has my life changed since my diagnosis back in 2014? Well, I was working at that time, living in Sedona, Arizona, which is up north, and it was a gradual decline, and I realized that, first of all, the altitude was not conducive to my lung issues. I didn't really have the support I needed up there, and my daughter and her family live down in Scottsdale, so eventually I moved to lower altitude, closer to the Mayo Clinic, a lot more support than I had when I lived in Sedona. And being on my own, I did quite well. Of course, I wasn't working, so I had more time to concentrate on my health, which I did. And I continued doctoring with the Mayo Clinic, and there were changes along the way. I mean, I realized that bronchiectasis is not curable, but it's manageable. And in 2019, I did go on to oxygen, which I have been on ever since. So I'm on oxygen 24/7. Totally manageable, but had to change my lifestyle a little bit. And fortunately, I was living already settled in Cave Creek before the pandemic, before COVID, and I was able to get through that without coming down with COVID. Very fortunate, but I did pretty much isolate and stayed away from crowds and all that sort of thing. So my life is manageable as it is. Just going back and forth to the doctors, it seems like a full-time job. I've got my eating under control, and I have had several exacerbations, a couple hospitalizations, but this last one was really a turnaround for me, and I'm really doing better than I have. Gained my weight back. I'm happy with where I am weight-wise, and seem to have everything under control. So, just getting back and forth to the doctors, that's the hardest thing for me, because I'm not driving, and I have to find people that do that for me, and but everything is manageable. We take advantage of the resources that are out there, especially online. There are many, many groups with many people who are going through the same things you are, and especially the Bronchiectasis NTM group that's putting this together is a vast source that I depend on. I attend their Zoom meetings every month, and really recommend that people do that and stay proactive and just take it as it comes, and stay in touch with your doctors, and do a lot of reading, whatever, but just hang in there and learn from others.